Hello, I'm Jack Leeser. We're at day 2 with Salisi here, and we're going over the introduction to lunging. Yesterday I kind of went over how to set your horse up, find your clock, and so we're just going to progress with that. So I'm going to face her, she's facing me, I have 2 eyes on me, and then I'm going to ask her to just back up a little, putting a little feel, saying, can you step back, keeping her at least an arm's length away. You know, every horse is a little different, but that's a good place to start. And then I'm going to choose whether I'm going to go to the left or to the right, and so that would either be 2 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So we're going to go off to 2 o'clock here. So I point off the 2 o'clock, and then I'm going to ask her to step out there using the energy of a stick and string. Well, first I get the picture of what it is I want. So I want her to go out to 2 o'clock. Then I bring the energy up in my body, and then I direct that energy to the body part that I want to go out there. So I want her nose to go, and then I want her shoulder. And if I have to help by walking that way, I will do that. And that was pretty nice as soon as she gets out there. Now my picture is let's go forward. And I create a little energy back on her back to say let's go. Asking her to walk out, move forward. And this is nice because she's starting to stay away from me a little bit, not coming right on top of me like she did yesterday. And we don't have to go far, so I'm just going to focus on that hind end, disengage, getting her to face back up. She did 90%, but I want that last little bit of getting that hind end. Yeah, that's pretty good. And there she's a little close, so I'm going to ask her to back up. Throwing a little energy at her chest, putting a little wave in the lead rope, saying, can you step back and out there? Now I'm going to change hands. We're going to go off to 10 o'clock. So I point off to 10 o'clock. I'm not pulling and saying, hey, get out there. It's just a suggestion. It's like, would you like to go out there? And then I use my stick to say, hey, let's go on out there. And this is the shoulder she gets, where she kind of steps out a little bit, but then she wants to cut across right into my space, and I don't want that. I want her moving that shoulder out to 2 o'clock, then going forward. So I'll set her up here again and just start off. Ask her to back up a bit. I might even ask her to back up a little bit more so it gives me a little more space. And then I point off to 10 o'clock. I'm going to start stepping off that direction, saying move your shoulder out there, not too bad. And then she wants to turn and face in again, and I'm like, no, stay out there. So I direct my energy with my stick on whatever body part is coming in. So her neck keeps coming in, so I keep saying, no, stay out there, stay out there. Thank you. That's it. And then once she finds that, then I can bring my stick back on her back and say, come on, let's go. So I create a little energy, say go on out there. She gets a little close, I can bring my stick back up here, saying stay out on that circle a little more. Don't crowd me. And there, that's good. So I'm going to slide down, disengage that hind end, ask her to back up a little, get her out of my space. And what's really good about this exercise is I'm starting to get control over moving the hind end, the front end, getting her to back up, getting her to go forward. So it's real basic, but they're the 4 crucial movements that you need to start setting up for all what's to continue on in her journey in her life. So I'm going to go off to 2 o'clock again, saying, can you step out there? And I didn't need to have to step out there as much. So I'm just saying, can you get a little farther away? So I'm going to start making my circles a little smaller, give her a little more rope, and then direct her with my stick, telling her where I want her to be. So I'm saying, stay out there. And she dies off, so I create a little energy behind her, saying, step on up. And this is nice. So now I'm going to turn, focus on the hind end, have her disengage. Yeah. And I don't want her coming up too close. So I ask her to step back again, throwing a little energy at her chest. And that's nice. She's staying back and away from me. And now we'll go off to the left, off to 10 o'clock. See if I can get her to go out there without me walking out there. But if she doesn't respond, I can step off that way, saying stay out on the circle. And as soon as she stays out there, I can bring my stick back on her back, or if she's getting farther away, then I'll just kind of carry it down here. So my energy, my intent comes up every time she wants to turn in. I keep saying, no, stay out there. I'm creating a space around me, a bubble of energy, saying, stay out of that space. If you stay out of that space, life's good. As soon as you come in, you're going to run into something, which would be the stick or whatever tool you might have. So I'm going to set her up again, getting more and more control over that hind end. In the disengagement, getting her to respond in the back up. She still wants to wait for me to get heavy, and I'm always starting off with the softest, lightest, politest cue, which is my picture, my intent, saying, hey, would you like to back up? If there's no response, I'm going to get bigger or firmer or louder, whatever it might be, to say, hey, listen to my picture, to my intent. Yeah. And then I'll send her off to the right. So I direct her, say, hey, would you like to go? And I didn't have to move my feet at all. And then once she gets out there, I can turn. If I need to, I can still walk with her. But she's actually doing pretty nice here. I can just turn along with, saying, hey, would you like to just keep going there? And I'm not pulling her around. If she slows down, I create energy back here. It's almost like I'm lifting her up and forward. So that's pretty nice. I can focus on that hind end. She's coming up, stopping in a really good spot there. She's not coming so close, pushing through me. So I really like that. I can set up and say, let's go off to the left, or off to 10 o'clock. She still needs a little more help this way, but that was much better. I'm going to give her a little more rope, see if she will take it, see if she'll go step on out. She wants to crowd right on top of me. And that's actually, the crowding's not a good thing, but her want to be with me is a really good thing. So I don't want her to lose that, but I also need to say, okay, this is where I want you to go. So I'm slowly just saying, hey, can you step out a little farther, take on a little bit more responsibility out and away from me. See, and she's kind of ignoring me, so I have to get a little louder, a little firmer to say, hey, I'm still here. Yeah. And then I focus on that hind end, disengage, bringing her right up into me. She's not crowding me, which is really good. I can change hands and say, hey, would you like to go off the other way? Nice. Giving her a little more space here. So she's doing pretty nicely on this side. So what I can do is just ask her for a little trot. So I'm going to create a little energy in my body, and it's like, would you like to trot? I'm lifting up that energy, and then I'm going to scoop her up a little bit at the rib cage and say, hey, would you like to trot? And that was nice. It's like, I'll take that. I don't have to ask her to go, go, go. We can go a few strides and then bring her back. And now I'm going to bring my life up again. Say, hey, would you like to trot? And again, I'm not pulling out this hand here. I'm just picking her up, saying, let's go. Allowing her to come back. And let's trot. So I pick up a little life, and then I'm going to tag her on the belly. And that was nice. Give her a little more space. I keep walking with her. Allow her to come back. And breathe down, receive her back in. And if she wouldn't have responded to that, then I could have went into disengaging, which I had to do a little bit here anyway. Now a little too close. Ask her to step back and away from me. Thank you. And then we're going to go off to 10 o'clock or off to the left. This side still a little sticky, so I'm going to step off that way. And there she kind of cut into me. So I tag the shoulder saying, get out to 10. Yeah. And now I'm going to give her a little more space to say, hey, would you like to get out on that circle a little bit more? And I'm talking to whatever body part is falling in. So if her shoulder's coming in, I'm going to bring the stick and energy to the shoulder. If it's the neck, I'm going up to the neck. If it's the nose, I'm going to the nose. If it's the rib cage, I'll talk to the rib cage. So that's pretty good. And we'll just see if she can pick up a trot. So my life comes up. I create a little energy from the underside, tagging her. If there's no response there, I can come down on her behind. But I just save that as the firm, really firm thing. So we got a response, so I set her up again, looking for a relaxed response. Bring my life up to a trot, and then I tag her, and that was nice. She goes off and around. I'm going to kind of float with her here a little bit. And ask for the trot again. I bring my life up, tag her on the belly, Float with her, ask, see if she can keep going. Yeah, that was nice. And just kind of turn off and invite her back in. And I really like that. So that's how you can progress on up from walking out there with them to walking out where you're just doing a big circle till you're getting a smaller circle, till eventually you can just stand there. But then you can stand there and then you might go off and go around with them, so you can make this a progression. Go as far as you want to with this, but this gives you an idea of how to take a horse that's never done this before to start off by getting control of that hind end, getting control of that front end, moving to the left, moving to the right, sending them out on that circle and having them move forward. And then it just progresses into more and more. So appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.